right? Why? Because this is your fluency. Fluency, like in language, when you speak to me, you don't sit and think about the words you pick. They come to you, right? You don't think about grammar. It comes to you. You don't think, oh, now I'm speaking in the first person singular present tense, therefore I have to use this form of the verb ending. You don't think about it consciously, right? It's just there. When you say something, you don't think to yourself, I wonder if I should use the past passive participle or the past conditional. You don't think that. You just speak it, right? Okay. Math is similar. Math is a language, and it has components that are both grammatical and components that are vocabulary related. The equivalent is this. And this is actually where most people fall short. It's really quite simple, actually. To do much better on this test, to change the range in which you test. So, for example, you got a 550, right? Okay. What this means, statistically, is this. If you took the test tomorrow, you would score between a 520 and a 580. There's a 30-point gap up or down on expectation from day to day for a test taker, right? So your 550 is actually an average score for you. If you took exactly the same test 5 hours later, you would score between these two somewhere, right? What does it mean, though? In mathematics, on the math part of the test, it means that you have an average computational fluency, right? Because the test happens to use math formulas, but it uses them to test two other things in you. It's not testing you on formulas. It's using formulas to test fluency and reasoning. And these are the two big, interesting things that most people never bother changing. Everyone focuses exclusively on memorizing more formulas. And while this is helpful, right, as in it teaches you how to solve more problems, it doesn't change your individual performance range. Does that make sense to everyone? It doesn't make you a fundamentally better math person. It simply gives you more knowledge of formulas. The difference is this. I'll put it to you in very simple terms. If your fluency stops at 12, it is very difficult, on average, for you to score over 600. It is quite difficult. In other words, if you are not comfortable with things like squares of numbers above 12, right? If you're not comfortable with multiplication tables above 12, and you do them with great difficulty, right? You will not be able to score over this score, on average. If your fluency gets pushed up to 20, you can now begin to score 700 and higher on expectation.